So number 4, again it says y varies jointly as x and z, and when y is 5, x is 5, when z is 7. So if it's going to vary jointly, that means it's going to be in the linear fashion. So when you do that, you're going to go y will equal, I'm going to go ahead and write it as k times my x times my z. And that's what that would be what varies jointly would mean. Okay, remember indirectly on the next, we can even kind of set up the next one because indirectly is going to be on the bottom of the fraction. So, but now when I have it in this form, the part that I'm missing is my constant. And so I'm going to go ahead and substitute my values in. So when y is 5, I'm going to replace that with 5. I'm going to have x is going to be 5. I'm going to go ahead and write it just like this, like I'm dropping them down. So I'm going to have k times 5 times 7. Well, again, normally I wouldn't write it that way. I would go ahead and write 5 times 7 is 35, and then k is equal to 5. And so when I get to this point, I'm going to solve for k. So that means I need to divide both sides by 35.
So k equals 1/7?
Yep. So k equals 1 over 7. Now what I can do, I know my formula is going to look like this. So for everything on this, when on any problem that it's varying directly as this, so it's going to be y is going to equal 1/7 times x times z. So then I'll go ahead and said find y when x is equal to 2 and z is equal to 7. So I'm just going to I'm going to keep my y. I'm going to have 1/7 times x, which is going to be times 2, and so in this case the 7's are going to cancel out, and so I have then y equals 2.
I think I was just confused when it meant like y is jointly as x and z.
Okay.
So why do you have the k in there?
K is your constant because k is like what the slope is going to be when that is true. So when you have a point, when you have those three things happening, when y is 5, x is 5, and z is 7, then k is going to have a value that has a slope. And so that's why we're going to solve for the slope on this one, and then you will be able to substitute it back in. This is going to be a common formula. Like I could change this. I said, we'll find in the same problem, I could say, well, what happens if y happened to be, I'm going to go something, let's go and say y happened to be 3, and x is going to be, I'm going to get something, 14. So in this case, then I would substitute y is going to be then 3 is going to equal 1/7 times x, which is going to be 14 times z. And so at 14 goes into 7 goes into 14, then 2 times. So I actually have 3 equals 2z. And then dividing it by 2, z would equal 3 over 2. So that would be the same type of problem. So in this case, once you have this established, then and you find the value of k, then you can substitute and make other problems from that. Now the next one was the one where you have a little more, it's a little more complex. Oh no, you did okay with 6? 6 was
I haven't done 6 yet because I was confused on that one too.
Okay. Cover it up. So what I did, it says that one's intelligence quotient or IQ varies directly with a person's mental age, but inversely with the chronological age. And so what I did is I assigned variables to each of those things. So I went and had my intelligence quotient be I, my mental age be M, and my chronicle age be C. And so in this case, when I start off, I said if one's intelligence quotient, it varies directly with M, so that means that I will equal then some k times m. But then it's going to be inversely with the chronicle age. So where would the chronicle age need to go? Underneath, because it's going to be divided by, so divided by c. Now again, what I want to do, it says a person's mental age is 25, so that means in this case m equals 25. Chronicle age is going to be 20, so c equals 20. and the IQ is going to be 125. So that means I. So I'm going to replace that 125 is going to equal my K times that 25 divided by then 20. And I'm going to solve for K. Well, when I did this one, I go, well, I can simplify that a little bit, and I can go 5 goes into both of those 5 times, and then 4. And so what I'm going to do is multiply times 4 and divide by 5. So then I'm going to go 125. I should be able to do that one in my head. Times 4, I thought it was like, okay, 500. And then divided by 5 would be 100. Okay.
I'm confused where the 4's coming from.
The 4's on the bottom, so if I multiply both sides by 4, I'm going to multiply this times 4 and multiply this times 4.
Yeah, that's what I think. It's like
And then I'm going to go, then I would end up with 5K equals 500. So K then is getting 100. Did that help?
Yeah, I just didn't get that you simplified it.
Okay,
So
sorry.
It's okay.
And you don't have to simplify it, actually. You could keep it as 20 and 25 if you wanted by doing the same
then
thing.
it's 500 divided by 5. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so then what is the chronicle age? So we're going to look for C is going to be our unknown of a person with a mental age. So M is going to equal 40, and then the I is going to equal 80. So I'm going to start off with 80 here is going to equal, remember my K is my constant, which is going to now change to 100. So I'm going to go 100, and then I'm looking for my chronological age when M is going to be 40, so I'm going to multiply it times 40, but divide it by C, because I'm missing C. So now to solve, what I did is I just went ahead and multiplied both sides of my equation times C, which would be 80C is equal to 100 times 400, or 40, which would be then 4,000. And then I would divide by C, by 80.
Wait, so if
Oops.
it says varies directly, that means it's multiplying it.
Mhm.
And if it's inversely, it's dividing it.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep. So C then would, C that would be then 50?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that makes
Okay.
more sense.